majestic Kazbek mountain it was the majestic Kazbek mountain in the Republic of Georgia. And these are some very beautiful pictures. And really what I'd like to say is that I am just one of the few billion people on the planet who likes being around in nature. And there have even been some studies showing that people like nature. So, this is now this is Magnitogorsk in Russia. And the idea here is that we're back to reality, and as a matter of fact, it's not all as beautiful as we saw in the previous picture. We do need a place to live, so and in order to get from your house to the factory, you might need a car. More on cars, however, a bit later on. So, the reason that I turn to idealism and activism is, well, on the idealism side, these pessimistic activism doesn't make much sense. I mean, why bother trying to save the world if you think it's all going to go to pot anyways? And activism, which is only really seeing a problem and deciding to do something about it. And by the way, idealist.org is one bright spot on the internet and in the world of idealism and activism. This is Alliance for New Humanity, other change-hungry people trying to do things. So, I'm an activist because if I see a problem, I want to do something about it, not just let it go on festering and doing nothing. And but that's just a side of me, because as a matter of case, the outcomes can be different when people get together and decide, say enough, or let's change this, and that can be an extremely important way, to affect and help communities. As a matter of fact, activism is alive in Hungary as well. This is the peace sign, which I believe started in Hungary and has spread to other parts of the world. So I think that's a great thing. However, let me tell you a bit more about my own activism, or my own passion, to give you an example. And this is, you can't see the whole thing, but it's let's divide cities into two sections, driving and non-driving. So for me, my passion is to help achieve car-free cities, which is like my basic tenet is that people, if I can live in a place like this, it's much nicer, it's much more beautiful. I don't have to breathe in all the fumes. I don't have to hear all the car noises, all the alarms. I don't get myself and my friends run over and killed, by cars. So that's basically just an example of, for me, of one thing that I'm interested in. I'm trying to work on. But yeah, back to activism. The critical mass bicycle movement in Hungary has been one of the most exciting activist-based movements that I've seen or been a part in, and it works actually. With 80,000 people who come to support the critical mass in Budapest, something has changed. So cycling in Budapest might still not be as wonderful as it would be in Amsterdam, but it's come a long way, since where it's been before. And effective activism also needs cool graphics, which is why I included this from the Ultimate group based in Czech Republic. So activism is taking a moment to care about what happens around you. It's the answer to just being a self-centered bastard who couldn't care less as long as there are enough channels to flip. Culture Jam is one of the books that inspired me to forge a different approach to engaging with my surrounding culture, and the Yes Man is a good example of that. Now, I'm sure you've heard the mantra, think globally, act locally. This also contains a very good reason to discard pessimism, because if you say you can't change the world, you might just be doing that, trying to save the whole world. But when you realize that saving the world can simply be focusing on bite-sized pieces, working on a local issue, and changing the world for even just one person, then it is already attainable, possible, a reason for hope, and necessary. Thank you.